it did look like Denial were a little bit out of sorts on this map. They either played super hyper-aggressive or they played so passive that they just couldn't get anything done in response.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see if Daytona have some game plan. Are they able to make the corrections to the mistakes they had on day one?
We are going to see an early pop flash coming out from Daytona now as they tried to counter that monster. Denial heading right on into the B bomb site, but VSM and Hardzao putting a stop to that right off the bat. 2 kills for them now as Sickly trying to make this attack work.
No, they're getting picked apart. They are at least able to get in the second series of trades a 2-for-1, but now they're starting to fall a little too far behind as Tiburcio and VSM, last players, get those last kills. And it's really just big frags for Daytona on that pistol round. They met them all at the front line. VSM, I got, I think, basically the first, middle, and last are towards those, so series of kills for him to really drop down on that B site.
Yeah, it was definitely a great attempt coming out from Denial there. They have the Molotov, they have the pop flash to allow them to move into the B bomb site, but unfortunately, because Daytona was so set up towards the pillar, towards the barrel, they're able to stop the side of Denial initially and then rotate in for a second wave.
So Denial are just on some Glock's little P250 purchase in here as well. Tiburcio is a little aggressive. He's able to turn and defend, but now they're going to start to collapse on him, still front and center. That's not a good trade so far for Daytona's side if the rifle goes over to the opponent's hands, and things are still starting to spiral out of control a little bit now because there's an additional rifle that's available over towards the party side. Oh, this is smart though. Just get rid of it. PRT still looking to collapse back up here and be able to pick up a kill with the SMG. So far, the team had disappeared at that point. Now they're going to hunt for that one rifle that was dropped out there somewhere. But well played by Sam there, cleaning up the battlefield. Yeah,
getting that AUG out of play forced the CTs now to actually end up rebuying that heavy weapon if they do want to bring it into this round. Denial will be buying up on their end. Plenty of economy to do so. Daytona, I'd like to see them get aggressive right off the bat with those SMGs and try and get something started.
Yeah, they got the big weapons advantage. Just 2 AUGs and an M4. If that last AUG had been saved, it would have been a much different picture right now with only 1 MP9 compared to 2. Turtle has one of those, and then Tiburcio's the other one. He's in connector right now. Turtle has his over towards the toxic barrel. So this is a pretty extended fight for him. He'll drop a smoke here to his right side. That'll cover him for a Molotov as well. Just give him a little shallower angle where he can reach out and get to him. But now it's a 2-for-1. Hardzao is a man that always ends up with a 2-for-1 trade. He always does so well. Blue now pushes over the bridge, able to pick up the first, and now it's trades back and forth. The site is just run amok as it caters back and forth. It gets very confusing in that fight, and that's where your comms start to get a little bit muddy. Sickly's the last man standing.
I feel like he knows where Tiburcio is as he is moving up towards the site now, making contact with VSM. The bomb is down in pit. He's got plenty of time on the clock, though, to work with here, Dallas, and he's going to make the great call to go towards A. CT's having no idea what's about to happen.
Yeah, Tiburcio is likely going to end up just shopping for one of the rifles on the B site once he hears that this bomb has been planted. It's obvious that it's not going to be here, so there's plenty of choices. He chooses an AK. It'll be a 1v1 right now. You've got the kit on Tiburcio as well. He's got a Molotov, so he can at least stop up one side of the bathrooms, but it's still going to be a really difficult task to be able to find Sickly here. Lots of time for Sickly to relocate.
Tiburcio now will be giving away his position with that Molotov. Sickly does know that he has made his way into the site now. Only a flashbang, though, left, and time is winding down here, Dallas.
That bomb's planted for anywhere. Anywhere. Sickly now shows himself. Tiburcio's going to have to touch the bomb repeatedly.
And there you go. He's out of there.
Well, he's going to try to get out of here. But that bomb's really going to hurt.
He should survive. Yeah.
Just barely. Smart, because if he goes down those stairs, he dies.
Yep. Exactly. But Daytona now, because of that very costly round that Denial had in the previous eco where they came out with pretty much all Glocks, a couple P250s, they will be onto a save, actually a force buy, I am mistaken, as we see those 2 Deagles as well as the CZ pop on the field for the CTs. Denial, on the other hand, their money hasn't really picked up because of the fact that it was only Sickly surviving. They had to drop some weapons. They burned through that economy. Let's see if they're able to pick this one up.
If Denial are able to tie this game up, they should actually end up taking the lead rather quickly. PRT, oh, he peeked out a corner there, and he spots 2 terrorists. He's going to go for a self-pop flash. It doesn't quite get around the corner, so none of the T's are blinded by that. And they'll just stare him down into a really shallow grave here next to the blue door. So your B team is a solo defender, while the A team has a company of 3.
Yep. Daytona actually playing this three-man towards A setup, having 2 players up by this party area, as we are going to see Denial now moving up through the connector. We should see contact being made shortly.
Oh, they're lined up too, so they've got the rifles in the right spot. There's 2 rifles in play for Daytona, and they're both basically at the top end of connector right now. Link goes down, and Denial decide to go right back downhill, choosing not to take that brute force fight up over the top. VSM has positioned himself at the headshot position, and he is a scary person to have, who has a deagle right there at that angle. So they need to be able to open this site up. They need to come in through Monster, and all the while they've been stalled out. Those rifles are starting to come back from behind.
Hardzow now peeking towards Monster, able to take down 2. The rush was still beyond for Denial there. After trading him out, it is stalemate to lead the charge into sight.
Wow, VSM looked like he had that shot dialed in on Vati. It's 2v2, and these are these 2 rifles we were talking about Daytona have had all along. The bomb's, in fact, going to be planted at sandbags, an atypical spot. Can he escape the site? He defends himself, and it's down to a 1v1. Vati's very wounded, but again, another situation where a 1v1 and the bomb's been ticking, and Vati is able to play the time.
Oh, that timing.
Yeah, the timing is rough for Turtle right there, and it looks like he's just going to give it up.
No, he's going to get the kit.
Oh, he's
going for this. He's going for this. He actually doesn't see Vati come out long either. This could get him caught here. And there it is, Vati closing out that round. A 3K for him, Dallas. And it is a tie game. Daytona now will be going on to a save. Denial should have the opportunity to get ahead.
Absolutely. So, a couple Deagles are being purchased up, and this is a great start for Denial to just get into the game as early as they can, right when it matters most. Because when you look at these 2 teams, rifle for rifle, you would anticipate Daytona to be the stronger team. So when you're getting down into the lower buys versus one another, that's where those 2 levels start to even out a little bit. That's where the playing field is started to be a bit shared.
Will look like Hardzow eats all of that Molotov there. A little bit of spam damage being done to him as well, but he will not make it further in the round. The rest of the members of the CT side in this bathroom, as well as towards long.
They're going to pop flash long A. That doesn't seem to affect Bluemeister. It may have been a bit too deep, but at point-blank range anyways, they get 1 kill. Now you've got players stuck behind the tree right now that's being Vati, but they might not anticipate that Link is right here on the shallower angle, and you've got a player to watch the backside of the bathrooms. So it is a cleanup on aisle 1 in the bathrooms, and Denial have taken the lead right there, but here comes some more response from Daytona. It's not going to be the best response. They'll have rifles and shade short on utility.
I do imagine moving into this round, they'll probably play that same aggressive stance that they took towards middle in the past rounds, maybe pushing up towards that party area, trying to make something happen on the Denial side. If they can run this default, push back the Daytona players within that A bomb site, this is going to be a great round for them. They want to just get Daytona out of that middle so they can start controlling that area of the map and start creating a little bit of space for themselves.
Early grenade damage.
Here's this aggression towards party from Daytona as well.
VSM's all alone right here, and he's about to get wrapped on. He is hunkered in. He spots the first. He's been spotted himself. Now it actually gets even more difficult for him. He got the first, but looking for the second would be a really difficult order. Sam now starts to chip off the bottom players in the connector, and you are isolating all your Daytona players. Sam's doing really well, but really Denial have been able to get that first kill up top. Then your 2 defenders, one of your defenders in connector, looks uphill, and suddenly your defense in connector looks really bad. So it's 1 at a time for Denial, and they'll continue to just take this 1 bite at a time.
With the exception of that connector, Daytona playing a very 1-1-1 setup there. Even the connector guys were separated, no real trade capability as Sam takes down the first player and then just simply moves in, able to pick off that second player in connector. At the same time, we're going to actually see Turtle go down towards that B bomb site, and at that point, it's just left on Hardzow to make this round happen.
He just needs to get some kills. You don't want Denial to run out ahead of this game. And he's in heaven. You would anticipate with all this utility in the world that Denial aren't going to risk anything. That smoke does block off a lot of the field of view from Hardzow from seeing short. He gets the headshot of Ati, but the AUG doesn't have the penetration power that the AK has. So Denial now leaping ahead 4-2, and looking at another round as well, as Daytona don't have enough to be able to purchase rifles again. Yeah,
this is a great start to the T side for Denial, completely taking that momentum from Daytona's initial pistol rounds and putting it in their own pockets. Now they're moving very quickly. They're moving as a unit. The individual kills are going their way right now, and there's nothing Daytona can really do to answer it. I think for the CT side, they're going to have to start playing a lot more tight, start playing in the more trade positions rather than taking these solo engagements.
Yeah, well, I mean, Connector could have been a trade, but the fact that they had lost Sam early on up tops, sorry, not Sam, VSM
Yep.
early up top, kind of split their attention, and that was a problem. They do get the first kill here. That was aggression through short tunnel. That probably caught Sickly completely off guard, but Hard's out now trying to reassemble his CZ. He's able to do that after a first T. Is able to jump out. The second one actually saving lives, and it looks like it's going to be another strike into the B site. VSM has made his way down T stairs, and he's going to end up greeting, looks like Sam A, who's sitting spool. So I highly doubt. Wow,
Sam
VSM
has an idea.
Yeah, he's got a nice idea. Now they're going to tag each other through the fence. He's got the first. Now the Bluemeister starts to come back around as VSM reloads another shot. They're going to deal with him first, rebounding backwards, trying to get this guy out from the rear flank before they execute on the front lines.
It's a good idea. They don't charge into the B bomb site. They force the kill onto VSM. Ending up getting it now means that Daytona have no A control. So you're actually going to see PRT now rotate around towards Heaven, be quicker towards that rotate on A. The remaining players stay on B, and that's a great call because Denial getting ready to head out Monster.
Yeah, all you need to hear is an opener kill. The deagle shots are going down. PRT does get that one. It's still a 2v2. And the bomb should be planted safely. They find Turtle there. He's hunkered down in the lower zone.
PRT.
He's still doing work, and he hits the next two shots. Turtle gets the assist from that, but it may not even mattered. You end up winning a deco round, a little bit of a force buy because they were expecting rifles here, but now they end up stealing that round right back.
Yeah, look at the economy on Daytona now. Able to get that double op setup going, Dallas. The rifles are on the field as well. Some great shooting from PRT there. 3K on the round for him. Gets Daytona back in the battle. Denial now. You can see they're kind of discussing what went wrong in that round, but they will be moving in with guns as we are moving towards the end or the late part of this first half.
Yeah, that last round, there was only a short point where Daytona actually had an A-man advantage, and Denial did well to isolate that one player on the flank, which is VSM. Smart play. You know, you don't walk into that trap any further. Don't walk deeper into the mouth of the beast. They're going to do a little run boost out here to get over VSM, but I think with how tall VSM is standing out here, this will be one of the easier shots of his. He does. Peels that one off, no big deal. It doesn't even matter if Vati got more momentum off of that run boost. I think it would still been a piece of cake for him to be able to shoot that one out of the sky.
Okay, Denial now forced to take this a lot slower. Remember, they still haven't discovered where that second AWP is. Luckily, it's not on B for Denial, who have two players towards that short area, maybe that connector area right now, but not doing much. That op could have done some great damage if he was pushed up short B. Instead, well, Daytona are going to be playing them both towards A. And as this round progresses, if we see a smoke execute coming out from Denial, those AWPs are going to be hard-pressed to hold that A bomb site.
I can't believe PRT had jumped so many times over the sandbag peak in short, and he spotted T a couple times, repeatedly taking that jump. But Denial, who were trying to get the wallbang damage against him, or maybe even the headshot, look who received most of that. Blue got hit down to 14, and Sam got hit down to 72. Now they continue to take these fights. It just makes it look easy, but it was just Denial that couldn't capture that first jump or first couple jumps from PRT.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time towards short and really not getting anything for it. Now as Bluemeister, he just misses death by that nade. Turtle does take him down, and with 8 seconds left, it's on to Link, who is just by the A bomb site that entire time, and he's going to have to save here, Dallas.
Yeah, no chance. Perfect round from Daytona.
That's exactly what they needed,
their
too.
Opper, VSM ended up getting the first 2 kills, I think, on that round, and when it was a 3v5 at that point, Denial thought about going to aggress towards the B site. They lost the exchange through the plywood, through the boost position, and after that, it's a really easy cleanup. You got that 1 kill through Monster, and it was just a simple job for Daytona, just getting that early chip damage and early op kills as well. Double op is really, really strong for your CT side here.
Yeah, on a map like Overpass, that double op setup, you can get towards Fountain very early, take that pick as well towards Monster. Opping short B is viable as well. There's just so many uses for that op, but right now Hard's out, taking down Sam A towards Connector. He's going to stay in this position because he smoked off the T end of it, and it's actually going to be the CTs that are being pressed towards the bathroom area.
Yeah, Tiburcio's lucky to escape right there, and his angle is still not all that strong. But VSM in the bathrooms, in the upper end of the bathrooms, peeks off 2 players instantly, and he's still pushing. He's looking for more. He's got that next one, but he's not able to chamber around quickly enough. Sickly now is gifted a large rifle. Oh, and now they're just going to clean this up again. No looking to save this one. Not after there's still 1 minute and 10 seconds when he had that in his hands at that point. So huck it over the wall. maybe grab this bomb, leave a couple questions for Daytona, and try and find a 1-dig. Oh, piece of candy.
We will find one.
Almost caught Turtle out there, too. That shot just a bit wide right, and he is being really, really annoying to Daytona right now. They finally found out where he was, and they start to wrap on him, but they're wrapping on him one at a time. There's 2 more kills left with 40-some seconds. He could win this.
Remember, Tiburcio is very low as well, so if PRT goes down, this leaves Tiburcio in a 1v1 with only 5 HP. Sickly with a very good opportunity to make this work, but he will be taken down coming across that bathroom divider into the crosshairs of the AWP. It will be Daytona getting their 5th.
Yeah, but that cost them way more.
Yeah, that was an expensive round.
Yeah, and they're even asking Tiburcio, how much HP do you have? But, man, VSM got these first 2 kills, and it looked like it was
Such
just
a
going to be
confident op.
Yeah, he decided, I got bored here. They didn't peek me like he expected, and he decided to push that angle. And you end up getting that so far, almost that ace clutch that would have come in beautifully, because there's plenty of time still to play that ball game.
So we are going to have a terrorist timeout, a tactical timeout as they decide on how they want to approach this round. Sickly might be getting an AWP in this position. He's got 6K, so I do imagine he will be looking towards that. The remaining players, I do imagine AKs will be on the field. Plenty of room for utility, plenty of dollar value in the T's pocket. But what are they going to approach in this round? They moved towards A in a previous round, getting absolutely smashed. They got held down towards B. We saw the clock run out as Link ended up saving, and not the last round, but the one before that. So moving into this round here, I'd like to see Denial start to pick up that pace, move very quickly, maybe even hit us with a little bit of a monster or an A rush.
Well, they are running up T ramp, making their way quickly up here. No instant op peak right there. It's still double op, but it was a very expensive round for Daytona in the last. So Denial have a pretty good opportunity to come roaring right back into this one. Hard's out holding an angle, seeing a couple ankles out there, and he is flanked at least from the bottom side of connector. So he'll be swapped out, but Tiburcio has that next shot as well, locking down that top side, top towards Fountain. So if you're looking at it, Denial, who have won 4 rounds in a row, and right now Daytona have control of this game, or at least temporary control of this game, winning almost 50% of the rounds that have played out so far is a really good T-half already, if you can keep that pace.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. T-side of Overpass is a little bit of a grind, so Denial already on to a good pace here. If they can keep this up, maybe pick up a couple more rounds, Dallas, I do imagine that they're going to be happy with their half finish, but for now they got to get through this round. In a 4v3 here.
Info for PRT.
Yeah, PRT aggressing through this connector now. Going to be able to call this clear, where he's pretty much narrowing down all the positionings of these players, even getting spotted there towards long as Tiburcio makes a little bit of contact. You're going to see PRT starting to flank.
Yeah, now that it was some action out here on long, PRT could have made the decision, do I go connector, do I go back in behind him on monster, or do I go long? So he makes this decision now with this intel, and this Molotov as well is going to delay it even further. I don't see any way for Denial to successfully get into this site and hold on to it for any kind of serious length of time. PRT soon in on this flank. They're coming in 2 through the bathroom, 1 through long. PRT has the first one dead to right, so the flank comes through instantly, and then VSM and Turtle find the next kills. It got a little nervous right there because I think one of your long offers was about to line up on PRT, and PRT's like, dude, I just cleared out long. Yeah. Still, though, 4 survive for Daytona, and they make that hold look so easy due to the information superiority, if you will.
A red wedding in that A site for Denial, as some would say.
I have to think. Oh, yeah. Red Wedding was a good day. Good day.
For some.
For some.
Not for Denial, though.
No.
Unfortunately there, they will fall. That was some great play from PRT now. And as we are moving towards the end of this half, we are going to see Denial with a little bit of a pistol buy, just trying to break into that economy that much more. Daytona really haven't gotten themselves into a safe spot where they can fall in a round. So as long as we see Denial taking down a few guns, Dallas, it'll be a successful eco round for them.
Turtle keeps doing this. He's the connector guy, but he keeps popping out that blue door, or he is actually jumping down into short and is just laying waste to anybody that crosses here. We've seen him before also getting in there and shooting people's ankles. Tiburcio has a Tech 9 as his sidearm right now, and you've got a pretty good control if you're Daytona. The thing is, you don't want to push into these pistols. You've got them pinned in. Don't let them be a caged animal. They are starting to push ahead of this one. It's a risky play. Blue Meister's the last man up. He does a little bit of more damage to Tiburcio, but that's it. They only lose PRT. That was at the beginning of the round. So Daytona are just able to outposition their opponents, it seems, every time. Denial just laid flat at spools, and there's no way to leave that spot.
Yeah, the lack of real utility or even the pistols, no armor, they really couldn't do much in that round. They were looking looking to group up, but like you said, Daytona striking before Denial could really set up for anything. They start catching players off one by one by one until eventually Denial really have no option but to start taking fights, trying to make something happen. Like you said, a caged animal, right? They're just trying to fight their way out, but there's too many rifles around them to get them any success.
We've seen this before from Denial, and this double molly, which was designed, I think, to catch one player in between those mollies, is just before they get there. Tiburcio catches that
Nice
one.
frag.
He's just doing really, really well right now in the connector. So it's a player that has been relatively quiet yesterday. He's found a role on this map that is actually dominant right now, because it's denying Denial any kind of presence on quick rotations. They have to fight Tiburcio if they want to take that connector control, if they want to take these fakes. Is so important on this map.
Ooh, Turtle with the first frag of the round. Link does trade it out, so the B attack will commence here. Some nice flashbangs coming out from Hardzao now to give him a little bit of room. Able to make some contact, able to get one, but Sickly trades it out.
Yeah, they're coming down the connector.
Ooh, Sickly.
Great shot from Sickly. That catches PRT in the forehead through the floorboards right there, the pallets, and it is a 2v2, but a double off is still in play, and man, Daytona is super aggressive. They keep getting kills, and they keep going for repeats. They keep going for more, more. There's never any of this, okay, like Turtle gets a kill, and then he decides to fall back and keep the advantage. Now you have a 1v1, and again, we see the bomb going through the B site up into the A site.
Yeah, VSM on that chase now. As you see him going up towards connector, he knows this is going to be that A bomb site. Blue Meister now planting on the backside will be protected, but VSM is here just as this bomb gets planted.
Blue might actually take this peek out and wide, catches him just as he jumps up. We would have seen the very same strategy. Man, it was so long ago, a couple weeks ago, it feels like. It was like Group A or Group B, where that same situation happened, 1v1. He grabbed the bomb, and then he faked that he was going to A, and then that rotation went back through the connector and tried to come up into the A site.
It was Fur versus Golden, MIBRC9.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, that was the big brain play, and you could have played it that way as well. In the end of the day, the T side wins that round both ways.
All right, so Denial now picking up that round have really caused Daytona a lot of trouble here, Dallas. Look at the buy that they're going to do going into this round. They've spent all their cash to stay competitive now moving into round 13. So for Denial, if they're able to pick up this round, as we move towards the end of this half, we're going to see a really strapped Daytona team as they're just forcing every single penny together to get a weapon on the field.
A multi-nade stack over here. A little bit of chip damage. Turtle's hurt from that, but Hardzao thinks he has an angle through that smoke. Fires off 3 bullets and then falls off. And like you're saying, Daytona bought everything into this round to stay competitive. Denial are virtually doing the same thing. So if you win this round and you win it cleanly, you should end up getting the next one out there as well. However, you have the idea. Oh goodness, just a chance shot. And he sees another one as he takes the jump over the top. They have that early frag. That's got to be so frustrating to Turtle. He was just innocently sitting there.
But it is a good call coming out from Daytona here, playing 4 members towards the B bomb site before Turtle goes down. The execute will be coming in towards Barrel. We are going to see PRT. Can he make this one happen, Dallas?
No molly for Barrels. Okay,
there
it is. Now it comes in. PRT self-smokes himself out, but he can't quite get an angle back down range. He does, but there's 2 instant frags, and a third as well, as Heaven has been cleaned up. And now there's nothing left for Tiburcio to do here. Having an AWP, I'm surprised he's even looking in the general vicinity of where Denial are. This AWP could actually be much more useful in the next round.
Link getting boosted up now. Oh, Tiburcio will be able to spot him there just on the jiggle peak, able to take him down now. He's out of dodge. He's looking to save this AWP. So Denial will be moving within 1 of tying this game up, Dallas. A great T-side out of the Denial squad here, really just showing something that I don't think either of us expected to see.
No, I really did not expect already this good of gameplay from Denial. When they played against their first day's matches on Isurus, on Overpass, they really struggled on this map. It was very, very sloppy Counter-Strike, and I would compare Isurus to Daytona very, very similarly on a map like this. We've seen both action on these maps for both of those teams, and it seemed to be like it would have been the same thing, but Denial, I love being proven wrong. I love being surprised.
Yeah, that round from Denial started looking a little bit rough towards the start of the execute. You saw them moving in. That barrel towards Molotov came out very late. Actually, the T's had already exploded out of Monster by the time they end up mauling PRT. But at that point, when PRT just scrounging for kills, not able to do so, and Denial are able to swarm the site.
VSM's tight on the angle. It looks like he did end up getting one, and the op for Tiburcio is still here. He's being harassed and pinned in behind this first wall, and there's nowhere left to run. He's trying to jiggle this one left and right, but when you have the automatic gunfire coming that way, there's not much you can do. Now you've got an op dialed in. You got all your rotations correct for Daytona. You got 3 pieces in the right spot. But now that they're just popping off the shots casually down towards the dumpster, it'll be a 4-on-2 advantage. But Denial are a little bit split and spread for my comfort.
Yeah, Link needs to slow down and allow his team to actually catch up to him here. He could lose this AWP momentarily as Turtle is in a very strong spot. So you are actually going to see a little bit of a pause out of Denial as they look for anything else they might be able to find here. The members of Daytona playing very passive, very quiet on this A bomb site, hoping to catch a Denial player getting sloppy.
They'll burn more of this clock because they've got Sickly down on the B site and they decide to come back. So they know that both Turtle and Hardzao are now on A. And Sickly's going to continue to push beyond this. Actually, I thought they were going to go back towards B. Instead, they're just waiting for Sickly to get in right tight behind Hardzao. Not many places for him to be able to go right now. Actually, this could end up being a knife. It costs 1 life so far. Now the knife comes out. He stabs him twice. That still is a net loss, even though you made $1,500 on the stab, but you lost a player on the front end of that lost a rifle and armor. And
the greed looking for that knife caused somebody to go down on his team, and that's a good point to bring up. Yeah, you made $1,500 from that knife, but you also lost an AK, utility, armor on another player, so was it really worth it in the end?
Yeah, it does. It might be a mental game now, because you see Denial had more than enough. For the last round of the half, they got full utility, full kit,
because it is the last round of the half, it affects it a little bit differently, but if that was, let's say, the first 5 rounds, could have been a different story, right?
Oh, man. Here comes that little control that they always like to do outside of the blue door. They trade 2 for 2. And Denial are pretty happy about this. But the fight up on the front lines looks like Turtle will take down Bluemeister, and now the CTs have the advantage. They're going to try and capture this while there's one CT that they know about towards long A. They'll use multiple flashes to pursue Hardzao, and then they also pick up Tiburcio, and suddenly, a 2v2 or 2v3 is suddenly a 2v1. Turtle last man left on the clutch. No matter how this plays out, Denial had won the half in my heart on the T side, the more difficult side.
Turtle now, he's going to be going for this one as it is the last round of this first half. Daytona and Denial all tied up. It will be Turtle taking down Sam A now, recovering that AK-47. Sickly, he's got an AWP, so if he misses this first shot, it's going to put Turtle in that advantageous situation now where he can actually capitalize on it. Sickly actually switches to his Deagle, I do believe.
Yeah, they know that he's tagged. Sickly now playing Ring Around the Rosie with the audio cues. He has Turtle spotted, and he's going to play with him on the knife again. Go ahead for the defuse. Poke him full of holes. 2 rounds, 2 knives. Did they both go Sickly's way? I believe they did.
They both were Sickly's.
All right.
So you got to imagine the hype on the Denial side after those 2 knives. They're happy. They're confident. Sickly finishing that half 13-9 for his team. Blue matching those frags as well. And looking at the Daytona side, well, VSM, a man that we've been talking about all throughout these past days, 18-11 here.
Yeah, so those 2 knives actually going to have a pretty big impact, I think, on the morale for Denial's side. It's a team that had been beaten down and bruised over the past couple days, but now they're starting to get pretty cheery.
Yeah, it's going to be a definite change in the culture for the Denial side. And for Daytona, you got to imagine they were pretty surprised with what happened in that first half. I imagine they're going to play a lot tighter on their T side.
Maybe. Maybe they want to play fast themselves, but you're going to have to stick around and watch that one because that action will develop shortly. It's a pretty even ball game as it stands in the moment, but it could go any direction. Daytona, I think, the better team, but we'll find out. Second half coming shortly. You're watching the Pro League. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pro League. We are into the second half of the first map between Daytona and Denial. And it's actually Denial that surprised us a bit. You know, they got 8 rounds in their first half, and that's on the T side nonetheless as well. So this is a pretty massive feat for them to even begin.
Yeah, I mean, Denial definitely starting off and upsetting Daytona, but I felt like Daytona was playing a very individual CT side where they were looking for frags on their own, not really being able to pick anything up. Daytona, Denial on the other hand, starting this round off, looking towards a heavy B stack. What's so funny?
Oh, I was just laughing. Yeah, talking to some friends. Talking to my friends in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, Daytona on the T side are parked up just outside of Monster for the most part. The rear guard is going to be Tiburcio. And now that he says, hey, nobody's home, he's actually part of a critical part of this strike. He's got flashes. He's got a Molotov that I would expect to be over towards the toxic barrel. You've got 2 players there that Molotov is going to push him out of position, and here it comes. Now they have to leave. The headshot was perfect. It actually tags him in there, and they stick. Tiburcio gets the kill on Vati, and it's suddenly a 4v3, and you've got your T's that are actually underneath heaven right now. Hardzao doesn't need to take this fight, but he does so anyways, making now a 4-2 massive advantage. But rear guard.
Okay.
Somebody forgot about this one. Sam A sneaking in from behind. We know how good of a lurk he can be.
Yeah.
And right now he picked off 1, but he's got 3 more to go. He's going to get triple peek.
Yeah, but Sickly gets taken down, so the triple peek, like you just mentioned, comes in onto Sam A, and that's too many terrorists in front of him for him to handle. It will be Daytona picking up that pistol round, but yeah, like we were talking about before the pistol round went in, Daytona was playing a very individualistic style of CT play where they were taking those individual fights, and Denial was making them pay. Denial was staying together, they were staying like a pack, and Daytona really had no answer for it. Moving on to this second half, I do imagine after Denial with that really astounding T-side that they came out with, is going to force Daytona to say, hey, okay guys, we need to give them a little bit more respect, we got to play like a team, we got to actually, you know, trade frags together.
In bathrooms right now, you've got a stack up of 3 players that are up here, leaving only 1 solo man Sickly at this B site. And he's seeing utility start to pour in, and this is going to get a little bit scary for himself. Pop flashes himself in. If he just hits the shot, no, he misses them all.
Are you kidding me?
He goes to the knife.
Oh my.
How awkward. Turtle's just wiping his nose up there while the flashbang has dealt with him, and then he comes to, and there's a completely just empty CT that just has a knife in front of him. It's just like, oh, that was awkward.
Oh man, VSM might be running into these CTs as well. He's got his thinking cap on, realizes that he could be getting flanked, picks up Blue as well as Link now, and that's a great round out of him. The final member, Sam A, towards his top of connector, Dallas, is Hardzao playing right under him, might be able to pick this one up as well.
Yeah, Hardzao definitely wants this kill. He's a healthy player, and he wants to be able to get the kill with SMG. But Turtle, the other guy on the flank, 4 MAC-10s on that round, make a bit of cash, a little bit of cash influx. But, man, are you going to start off on the back foot of a rifle round as well? So, sure, you made some money. You don't have enough to treat it like a burner round. So they could buy AKs here and just ditch the MAC-10s, but you'd be just setting yourself up for a pretty hardy eco round. So Daytona are going to try and treat this like a pretty expensive burner, I think.
Yeah, keeping those MAC-10s, like you said, will probably prompt them just to straight up go towards that B bomb site for a very quick hit, and now you do see it. Players moving out towards Monster. Link first on the scene to contact and hold this one out as the Daytona side getting ready to execute.
Yeah, the smoke stops them. There's a pop flash in there too, but they don't see much of anything. Bluemeister's setting himself up to get up and away from
he's
this
gotta
monster
hurry.
tunnel. Yeah, he's far enough they won't see him right now. And Link is going to make first contact. He's still sliding up. Oh, but he slid down. Was the barrel spotted?
Yeah,
they
it
might
definitely
know.
was.
Now they just jump in. He actually ends up baiting for his teammate. Link gets 3 kills on the end of that one, and the T-Flash slows themselves down. Now Link tries to advance forward to pick up a rifle that had more ammunition in it, and it ends up being not so shabby of a trade. Daytona might be able to get into the site. Tiburcio, though, on the flank. Or sorry, it was Sam A against Tiburcio on the flank. I didn't see that one even developing, so there's not many places left to go. That burner round doesn't even get the bomb down.
So they were looking towards that nostril flash, that nose flash for Monster, that close pop flash that actually catches anybody staring towards Monster tunnels. But because they saw the barrel of the gun sticking out there, Dallas, I think they thought, okay, we'll be able to catch this player off. And while thinking that, they're going to run right out those tunnels, actually not paying attention to anything else on the field, and Link is able to just spray them down. That was a nice setup coming out from Denial, taking advantage of Bluemeister's little mishap there towards the entrance of Monster.
Yeah, good shooting from Link. That helps them out, and the burner round goes the way of Denial, but you can see AK is getting purchased up in this next one as well. So I actually thought that the economy for Daytona wouldn't be able to support this many grenades, but I'm actually surprised that they have 3 on still everybody but PRT. So they could set the B site alight and set it up in smokes as well. There's a boost sack though. Link is able to get 1, and now that's going to sell out the information of Sickly as well as he peeks out that angle. They might assume now that Graffiti is clear, but a Molotov goes up and over the top of this one with a high explosive. VSM, oh, he's not in the range of that one. But here's a flank. Sam, the god lurk for the team right now. He's actually got some help back here from Vati right behind him, but they don't expect Sam to just continually push through this one. Sam has had free roam all the way up to the site at the pillar, and he's just walking all over him, but they flank the flankers. Hearts out gets the next one, and the CTs may have the site, but they're starting to run out of time. Somebody needs to touch that bomb. He has the shadow control. The first one's there. Sam back to the toxic barrels, 1v1. If he goes a little further, you can see the angle, but he has to touch this bomb.
On the bomb now with the smoke as well. Sam gets off of it here, and Hearts Out going right in. Won't be able to get it, but neither will Sam. Detona onto their 10th here off a great effort from Hearts Out, not overextending in that 1v3. Gets his frag, cuts the angle, picks up a second frag, and totally exits that bomb site, starts playing the timer, and he's able to pick up Detona's 10th.
I can't believe nobody wanted to deal with Sam. He ran through the monster tunnels. The initial defender turned back and saw a player at Graffiti and started to engage him, and meanwhile, just short-term memory, goldfish memory, they forgot about Sam, who picks up that kill and he continues to walk up
the call initially was made that 2 people are flanking. So in that response, Detona start to push up towards that Graffiti area. VSM leaves his back open to Sam, like you said, who just keeps on pushing towards the site. Tiburcio then, he ends up saying, okay, it's got to be my chance to go in. He tries dropping out of the smoke as Turtle actually takes down Sam with a great shot. But in the end, towards that B bomb site, it was really hard Zhao to make that round happen.
Yep, only just, but still good enough. Sam's only rifle in the round has been dropped already. It was just at the threshold to Fountain. Tiburcio as well as Turtle pair up to clear out everything in connector. The only player towards this A site would be Sickly. He's holding long A with a P250. The rest of the players are camped up in front of the B site, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Shooting some B-ball outside of the school?
There are a couple guys that are up to no good on this map. Sickly is about to peek out. He got bored, and he might be close enough to just remove PRT. And he reached this rifle. You could tell he looked down at it. He wanted it so bad. Now the B team starts to rotate up. They might get here just in time, maybe. VSM starting to set up. Turtle starting to set up. They don't have to plant the bombs. So they can just hold their angles.
Okay, rotations coming in. It does look like Tiburcio has made his way, or sorry, Turtle has made his way down bank, taking out Bluemeister now. The 2 remaining members, Vati does fall, and Link being the final member is going to try and be cheeky about this one. He's got a taser, Dallas, so he's looking for one of these T's to overextend, come toward him, then we're going to hear, ah!
Maybe, yeah, a little bit out of range on that one. Daytona right now, so far, pretty good start to their T half. They lost that first rifle, but it wasn't even their own rifle. It was MAC-10s, and they're right back into the swing of things.
Essentially a burner round, like you like to say. It's the round that Daytona lost was a round that they rushed into B with MAC-10s, just trying to get something going. Denial inevitably stopped that with those AUGs that they've bought, the utility that they have. But once Daytona get those rifles on the field, the AK-47s, they're able to absolutely demolish the Denial hold.
Another buy round for Denial. And if they can get this round, they can try and draw it back sideways and even it back out. Sickly, he's off in with his shot, but his ankles have been spotted. He's trying to jump out of that spot, and he does barely escape. Him being at 14 HP, okay, whatever. He's got the AWP, but that's just an unfortunate little spot. The utility for Denial is actually so low right now. No kits, 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, that's it. You need to get things done with a rifle just like this. Vati, 2 huge kills and bombs spotted, so you could shift your pawns around the map a little bit and start to get an appropriate response to this and start to capture Daytona. Make them commit to that long A. Make them commit to the bathrooms, so you leave Sickly right there in the connector and make it look like he is a big hold to any rotations for Denial.
Yeah, we are actually going to see the rotation come out, I do believe, from Sam, who peeked up towards connector, makes initial contact with PRT, makes his way out of that connector door towards short B, as Daytona now moving on towards this A bomb site. It's going to be Tiburcio smoking off bank, as well as PRT reinforcing that long, while we see Hard Zhao getting ready to come up that short A path.
Uh-oh, Sickly floating on the front end of this one. He's waiting for Link to make contact so that Sickly can pop out. Or he just might wait out this smoke. Link sees something through the fire and flames, but it's Hard Zao that sees him first. So the bomb's going to be planted on the front end of this one, and another fresh smoke, this time at the dumpster, making a difficult spot. But you do have players that are able to come back into this, not so long anymore. Sam, one of your big fraggers, has now been toasted. Bluemeister and Sickly probably going to end up in a save situation.
Definitely. No utility for them, no kits. Sickly's already down to 14 HP. Why take the risks? They don't have the money in this round. We're getting towards of what could be the end of this second half here, as Daytona will be moving on to 12 rounds. Denial in no place to gamble to try and take this round back.
Nope, and they're actually hunting early enough. Hard Zao is going all the way back towards T-ramp. Your CTs right now are setting up in short, and Sickly would be your vulnerable player at short tunnel. He'll sit there, but I believe you just lost one into the bomb detonation right there. That's unfortunate for Daytona.
Yeah, still plenty of money in their pockets, though we will see an AK being dropped, I do believe, to VSM, but the buy will be coming out nonetheless. Denial, on the other hand, what are they going to do here? They were able to save those 2 weapons, so they will buy a couple pistols behind them. I do imagine some armor will be bought as well, so a good opportunity for the CTs to get involved in this round. Maybe they're going to send that off very quickly towards Connector, where we've seen Daytona running a bit of a default time and time again, but into the start of this round, Daytona moving very quickly towards Monster, and it's going to be an attack.
A lot of mollies, a lot of flashbangs as well. The pistols are in place, but you're able to only get 1 kill, not even damage to any of the follow-up players. Bluemeister now, one of the rifles, the only rifle. He's posted up. Sickly has the cross as well on short, so he's going to actually skewer VSM. Now Blue, who's not been spotted, has been very silent about his positioning, but still PRT is able to scope in from that one. The only real threat right now is Sickly, and they know it. So they know he's either short, now they heard his shot ring out through Monster Tunnel. So this will be a really difficult spot, even getting more difficult now. Sickly is already phasing off into another save.
Yeah, Sam A going for that spam there, essentially giving away the position of that second member. They knew where Sickly was, but when Sam A goes down, they realize that Sickly's the final member on short with that AWP. All the Daytona members playing a great angle, and it's going to force Denial now to go onto another save. Keeping that AWP on Sickly's back is very important, as they wouldn't be able to buy one up otherwise, and Daytona will be moving on to 13.
Yeah, Denial are going to get another rifle round in the next, so Sickly's op will be a welcome sight. Bomb will detonate. Everybody will be able to get off the site this time, far enough away to be able to survive the blast. But 13 rounds have been found. If Denial do not win this next one, they have 1 more rifle after that, unless they want to do force buy, which I wouldn't doubt that they would actually do. They might actually, it might be a team that actually goes for that. So this is a real a must-do for Denial.
Yeah, and actually Vati had enough to pick up an AWP as well, so Denial will be looking into the double op setup here. Daytona, on the other hand, no AWP on the field, so this is where Denial can start taking advantage. They can take those peaks towards Monster, towards Connector, towards middle, and not have to worry about an op having an advantageous position. In fact, Denial, a good chance that they'll get the first pick in this round.
This is still a faster play to be. They did leave PRT to throw some utility and show face over towards the bathroom side, but what a boost. Hard Zao is greeted, and the bomb has been spotted as they go over top of the short wall in the B site. Now they push in. Nice shot. Vati completely blind. Almost ends up with a collateral. Link self-smokes off while standing in that one, hoping to surprise somebody. An excellent nade damage coming in, it looks like. Turtle catches that one for 30 damage, and he'll be finished off by another rifle. Bluemeister doing all the front work here as VSM is last man up and already calling it quits on this site. Maybe he doubles back quickly towards A, but you should have a greeting party there in Sam. He's already the one player that's up this direction. You might have a 1v1. It would be Bluemeister reinforcing as fast as he could, but he'd be oh, he's not going to get this plant.
No. Sam able to take him down as Daytona looking for that plant just at the last minute. Denial with a great hold. That double op setup that I was mentioning really coming to fruition there. They don't recover it, however, as Vati loses that op. That's a very expensive loss there. And that's going to give Daytona now an opportunity in this round to force buy back and have one less op to worry about. When you were looking at that for Denial, they essentially start off that round with that great first pick towards short, and then they cycle that op over towards Monster, where Daytona are trying to burst out of. Vadi's able to slow it down by getting one more frag, and then from there, the Denial players play a passive setup, allow Daytona to run towards them, and they're able to clean up the round fairly easily.
Well, here's Sam. He's playing anti-flash at long A right now, while his buddy, Sickly, is holding the op angle out long. And I thought Daytona were about to walk that direction, but they have actually been audibly heard by Sam, who's so close to this. So he's the early warning system, but this isn't anything that's out of the ordinary. Your T's having bathroom control with such a passive position from denial is normal. Your next player up is Vati. He's top side of bathroom. So you have a lot of players at this A site, or at least orbiting the A site, that could collapse in on Daytona.
Vati now playing a little game of Ring Around the Rosie. Finally, contact is made with Turtle, but VSM, that deagle of his, Dallas, is so deadly as he's going to take down Vati, open up that A bomb site. We're actually going to see a split come out as Tiburcio now moves towards long and actually catches Sickly off, but there is a flank coming in from Sam A as well.
Yeah, well, Sam A, he's the one that went down. He was watching long, and he went back down through long A and tried to work the flank. That ended up is what killed Sickly.
Exactly.
So now a boost, the Wilson boost, and Tiburcio is on the one that's commanding that. So this flank from Sam A is 100% critical. Not much of a chance for your Bluemeister to get up here, considering he's been flanked himself. You don't have bank control. Now Sam recovers the op and says there's no way to win this round. We're going to fall back, save another op. There's been so many rounds where Denial's just forced to save.
Obviously, Sam doesn't know this, but the Ninja Defuse was in his cards. Look at the Daytona players. As soon as they pick up Bluemeister towards that spawn, they're like, oh, he's got to be saving. There's no way he's saving anywhere close to us. Everybody hightail it. Let's start hunting.
Well, they don't happen every day. We did see a rarity today as well. Somebody died to the Molotov bottle. Not the fire, but
somebody
the
caught
bottle.
a Molotov bottle to the face.
It was like a bar fight.
Have you ever played that VR game, Bar Fight?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a fun game.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's great. But, you know it's not looking too good for Denial right now?
Down 14-10.
14-10, buying up everything they have to keep Daytona now off of that 15th round, Dallas. Denial really struggling here towards the latter parts of the round. You're seeing them get some great early picks, some great early structure within the round, but once Daytona start breaking them apart, taking down the pillars.
This one's super fast. Link's able to get one, and he tries to snap over everybody else, but Bluemeister sprays down three.
Go.
He even just holds down mounts one, looking for the next one to peek him. Instead, the grenade comes in and hits Tiburcio for 40. He's got the flank already behind him. No chance to win this one. He's shot in the back. The cowardly way out for Sam A. But yeah, Denial in a do-or-die situation come out of that round, and they keep the op. They keep the AUGs. They're good to go.
So it seems to me like when Denial get actually rushed by Daytona, that's when they're going to excel. When Daytona's moving very quickly and it turns into more of a frag fest, more of just a scrimmage towards any area of the map, that's when Denial can actually excel. They can hang with them on the aim part of the game, no problem. But when Daytona slow down the round, when Daytona play very methodical, very slow, very structured within their round, not explosive, that's when they're able to pick apart the Denial team one by one by one.
So a change in tactics now for Denial. 2 players in connector. Sickly holding the top side of the connector with his op. He's watching the entrance from the fountain. So yeah, this setup is just fine.
Bluemeister.
That hurts. That's payback from the last round. 97 damage dealt to him as he's been spotted. Now Link in the bottom side of the connector needs some help. Same situation that Denial were able to take control of last time. If they're able to get Link first, they are. Now your top side defender is going to need some help. PRT is above this one, and he's got Sam locked up as Sam tried to advance, and they tried to get out of this connector region of the map and let Daytona have it. They couldn't quite escape.
Yeah, there you have it there. Daytona playing a very slow round, not bursting, working connector, working middle, and those kills essentially are handed to them in those positions. Now Hard's out, taking down Bluemeister as well, leaves Sickly now in this 1v3, and I don't think he's going to be able to find anything as these T's are playing very tight, very passive in this post-plant scenario.
Well, they even fell out of that position. Sickly now going all the way to the other side of Graffiti, misses his first shot, there's no escape for him. The Molotov was burning him further and further right, and Daytona have secured 15. So we're almost in the same boat that we expected before, just a little bit more money for Denial.
Daytona essentially run a pretty straightforward default. They leave 1 person towards middle, 2 people in the connector, 2 people over towards B. But the big thing is the fact that they're not rushing the scenarios. They're actually going to take it very slowly towards connector. Link there, you saw him pick up a frag, but he doesn't get any help. So Turtle's able to trade that out very easily. At the same time, we saw Sam trying to reaggress towards the party area, and PRT picks up a very easy kill on him. While that's going on, Hardzao looks into B, picks up his first kill of the round, and just getting picked apart one by one. But right now, Sickly will be finding one, as well as Vati onto PRT. And Denial find themselves in a 5-on-3 right now, Dallas.
This game is going to get extended a little bit further, I feel. This is good flashes as well to fall back. So one of the rarer instances, we've seen both of these teams, they'll get kills and they'll continue to push, continue to take the fight. They want more. Instead, Denial have actually collected their winnings and they go cash out. 5-on-3 right now. And still, Blue is a player that wants to steal one of these rifles back. But instead, the call was to just play more conservative. Let's go back to this. We still have an AWP. We still have a scout. We're looking to still pick off an additional player on entry to make it a 5v2 anyways.
Exactly. All Denial need to do here is play a passive setup. Let the T's run into their crosshairs. Sickly should be able to pick up a frag in this position right now. We aren't actually seeing Daytona pressuring too much. Bluemeister getting contact made, but Link able to take down Turtle. There's that 5-on-2 you were talking about as the bomb goes to get planted.
A little bit of extra cash could help them out in the next round for pistols and a little bit of armor, maybe some utility. VSM's going to make an effort out of this one, 1v4 to 1v3, but he's been entirely surrounded. Bomb will be defused, and yes, this game continues to march along. Denial will deny Daytona away from that 16th.
Yeah, some great aggression there, starting the round off towards middle is Denial. Pushing up, fighting that initial mid-contact, and moving towards long. You're going to see some aggression out of them as well. Then they just hard rotate back. You were mentioning the fact that they generally like to keep on pushing the issue, but there they just consolidate towards that A bomb site, rotate some players over towards B, and then they bring it into a 5-on-2. At that point, it's very hard for Daytona to work their way out of that situation, and Denial clean up that post-plant scenario very well. Very well.
Yeah, that's what you want. That is a completely different culture from Denial today than it was yesterday. From that round than it was even in the first half or anything like that. So now you've got good command of this one. Even more so. Still same thing. 5-on-3. 2 quick frags to start things off. Those Deagles are dangerous, especially in VSM's hands, but he is currently the last man wielding and the last man standing. Shot at a distance. That was very, very easy for Denial to pick it apart.
Yeah, and as we move into the final 2 rounds, Daytona will be buying up into this one, Dallas, and it does look like they will have a MAC-10 on the field on Hard Zhao.
Yikes.
So is this going to be a fast strap? Because I've already mentioned this in previous rounds. When Daytona move very quickly, that's when they're actually giving Denial the chance to hang with them. When Daytona are moving slow, when they're moving methodical, they're able to pick off these Denial players. This MAC-10 to me kind of scares me right now, because the only thing you could really do with the MAC-10 is move fast, get close, and take those engagements very quickly.
I would almost want to see Daytona again with another little half buy and hope for the best. Maybe even just an SMG buy, because the last round, if they don't get a bomb plant, is going to look identical to this round. So it would be 3 rounds of lost bonus plus an extra $800 on top of that. But I don't know. It's reliant on the bomb plant. So we'll see what ends up happening. Daytona feel as if they're confident enough to be able to do that, when in fact they've only had 1 bomb plant reward for them that has been diffused so far. That was just 2 rounds ago on that B site. This A site's looking so open, though, especially around long.
Only Sickly is really here to defend that. Sam A playing this divider position. If Sam A goes down here, it will open up that A bomb site to just a 2-pronged attack, 1 through short, 1 through long, and it's only going to be Sickly left to defend. So Sickly's got to get involved with Sam A right now, commit to an area, and hopefully hold it down.
Yeah, here we go. There's the deeper smoke so they can get in closer on long. Sam's going to drop a smoke at the outside bathrooms to make sure nobody's coming that direction, but I do believe
Vati rotated in,
yeah,
too.
VSM just caught a leg shot from Sickly out here, too. So just a chance shot that's going to soften up the targets. Maybe they just do some kind of explode through this smoke. Just as the smoke fades, they molly both sides of the entrances to the site. The blinding flashbangs are there. They're able to get a 1 trade. Sickly, though, stops the front end. It's now coming all around long, and you have the extra flanker coming in. So it's only Tiburcio left, and he's got nowhere left to go. Excellent hold for Denial.
Yeah, Daytona there trying to burst out towards long. Denial absolutely putting an end to it. Vati rotating in as well. That was great out of Sickly to stay alive behind that bomb site box while all those terrorists were coming in through the long A penetration. So you're going to see him pick up this frag. Then he turns, he's able to just pick off this player, and now he's going to play ring around the rosy in this situation. Dallas trying to stay alive, allowing the rotations to come in from his team, and it's going to be Denial getting to within 1 round of taking this to OT. We've gone the full distance here here in map 1, Dallas.
Yeah, that's a big surprise. And as well, Sam, he was able to trade in the bathroom, so he was able to do his chores and before he was checked out. But that's enough. That's all you need, because you have more than enough money on Denial's side to mount the comeback. Sacrifice yourselves. So Daytona are denied that bomb plant, and you're only going to see one rifle come in because of that. There's a MAC-10, a Tech-9, a couple CZs. Not looking too hot. This could be another fast play.
All right, what is Daytona going to approach this round with? And it does look like they're going to be heading to mid right off the bat. A couple players moving towards connector, so this tells me they're going to be heading for a very quick mid split. As Sam A does get flashed off, we are going to see the solo member on the A bomb site being Sam to defend.
A little bit of flub nade, but wouldn't have mattered anyway. Now they're going to rush in through here. Even the CZ's just dumping ammo through the smoke, looking for the luck. Got a lot of defenders up here on this A site. It's going to have to be clean for Daytona on the entry to have a chance at post plant, because they don't really have the utility to even look at a post plant. It's completely eclipsed by Denial. There's a Molotov into the Optimus truck. Sickly's forced back a bit. They're burning quite a bit. Extra mollies, and Sickly almost burns entirely down.
No way.
And now they fake the rotation.
This is huge, as Bluemeister will be the only man on scene to defend this bomb site. PRT does have a smoke as well. He's not going to be using it right off the bat.
Double fake?
They are just getting pushed off and pushed off. Now we're going to have a lull in the round here, but look at all the damage that's been done to Daytona. Turtle down to 39, PRT down to 39, Tiburcio 67, and now Hardzau, he's just going to straight up die as Sam A takes him down towards short, and there's only 4 members left on Daytona to make this happen.
Yeah, and they're seeing that the targets are making it in towards the B site. Slink's got that next one. 5 on 3. Lots of damage dealt to Denial. They need some of these pistols to pop off those accurate shots. Look at all the red highlights right now for Denial. They're all standing there, but they're all standing alive. Everybody's wounded. So many players for Denial are tagged. So much damage that's not going to benefit anyone. Denial end up comeback on a massive one at that. 15 all. We go into OT.
Yeah. What a comeback from Denial there. I do believe at one point in that match it might have been 15-10 or 11 there.
Yeah, somewhere around
so
that.
Denial making quite the comeback, 4 rounds in a row at least to bring this one to OT. But Daytona in that round, they're going to look towards A for a very fast hit. They get stopped at the entrance, eat a lot of damage, pull off towards the site, and they were actually ahead of Bluemeister in that situation, because Blue was the only man to rotate towards that B bomb site. But he throws a great Molotov, stops that portion of the rush as well from Daytona, and now they're just kind of scrambling. Where do we approach the round from? We see a staggered hit towards that B bomb site, and as we move into overtime, Sickly is going to start the round off with a kill onto Turtle.
He's going hyper aggro too. Takes a shot off into the playground. He will retreat for the time being. Worried about what's in connector right now, because no CTs are holding that angle. So Sickly does end up dying at the end of the day. And now you have Fountain, you have long A control for Daytona if they want to peek out there. They got a little bit of bathroom control. It's all shaping up for Daytona right now. That is something that they've struggled with in the last parts of that second half, was money.
No issues for money now as we move into overtime. And for those of you who don't know the overtime rules, it is 3 rounds, 16K. So plenty of money for both of these teams over these 3 rounds. No one's going to be having to worry about what they need to buy or what economy they need to manage. But Daytona now are finding themselves in a 4-on-3 here with 45 seconds left on the clock, looking to split this A bomb site.
Split as they might, they still have to go past Sam. He's holding that tight angle, and it's an angle that hasn't been seen before, but VSM still wise to it. If anybody's going to kill Sam, I think it's VSM quickly enough. Now they smoke into the site. Bluemeister goes straight up into the fighter. He thinks so. He's now thinking about flirting around the outside left. PRT spots him, but Bluemeister has to bat him beat to the punch. VSM trades it back out, but it's only Hardzau left. He's got the bomb out in front of him next to the Optimus truck. He needs to take this fight sooner rather than later, because reinforcements are coming. Link takes that kill. And Denial have the lead, dude. It's been a long time.
Yeah, Denial really showing up towards the end of this match now as we're in the first set of overtime rounds. It looked like they're just a completely different team than what we saw in that first
yesterday, sure. Well, yeah, first half was a pretty good from Denial. Remember, they won at 8-7, but then it was Daytona just streaked away and looked like they were going to try and close this game out earlier, sooner rather than later. But Denial had the last word, sent it to 15-15, and continue the momentum through as they are now 1 round ahead to start off this first bit of OT.
Okay, Okay, Sam A getting very aggressive towards Party here, Dallas, to start the round now. We will see two members of Daytona moving towards Playground. They might be able to catch Sam off, as he is the solo member now. Sam taking down Turtle, some great timing out of him. He's going to fall out of there. He's going to reset his position. No trade potential for Daytona.
Nope, no chance. Nobody was even in the neighborhood. So Sam was starting to fall back, but he could have actually held on to that. Tiburcio going to try and pop out with a flashbang through the window, but he's looking up towards the sandbag peak, the jump peak. Nobody's going to be jumping that one, as Denial are reserving themselves, holding this man advantage, holding a double op. They are anticipating again to turn this into a 5-on-3 on entries. This is wise from Denial. Just slowing things down. Let those ops do their work, you know? Don't try and rush the issue.
Yeah, Sam A makes a little bit of contact with VSM. He will be falling back. That's a good smoke towards the front of bathroom as well. But hard Zhao, what a shot onto Vati now. That's going to open up the A site just a tad as Tiburcio goes down towards B. It does look like Daytona will be favoring this A bomb site to make the round happen for them.
Yeah, and they've got long control too. Link is out, so they can end up getting wrapped on. So Sam, as long as he actually falls back from this. So they're going to allow Daytona to take the site, double molly into the bank, and Daytona thinking it's clear, free and clear. But when in fact the site itself has been evacuated and the flanks are going to be in position, there's really nowhere to run. You're outnumbered by one man. They need to be able to pick up the kills. Now it's only VSM 1v3. Those flanks, those rotations were so crisp from Denial. Good luck planting the bomb, VSM.
He's going to get it down.
Wow, that was a short toss from the molly. He's got a shot at this one. He's been spotted getting over towards Optimus Truck from Sam.
He knows where both of them are as well.
But of course, he didn't plant the bomb for this angle. So he has to fight back towards Optimus Truck. Takes the first fight. His first couple shots just missed Blue Meister's head. And that would have ended up, I think, into a very quick 1v3 clutch that he would have ended up winning. But Denial continue their onslaught. They continue the momentum. And Daytona got to be hating on themselves right now. They had this game in the bag.
They're not able to hang with Denial anymore, Dallas. It feels like Denial winning all of these fights. And it really just seems like Daytona, there was a little bit of a disconnect towards the end of that first half that's really pushing them back here. And especially just pushing them further and further away from Denial in terms of teamwork and skill. Denial on this Overpass map, even though it was their pick, I think we're going to call this an upset.
Oh yeah, for sure. No matter what, it's great too because the Denial crew this morning were in the hotel lobby. They were in that little conference room and they were talking about their strategies. They were talking about Overpass, almost guaranteed about what they're going to do to Daytona that they weren't able to do against Isurus yesterday. So apparently they've made some big changes.
Hey, sometimes a team talk's all you need.
As this is a big learning experience for these teams, especially a team like Denial. And if you're able to make an improvement between day 2 and day 3 to this magnitude, let them rip.
Yeah.
Keep her going.
I mean, it just shows that potential, right? Shows that they're actually climbing that hill. They're getting better over time. And yeah, they might have started off slow within the first few maps, but now as we're moving towards day 3, they're looking like a new team. VSM, however, he's a one-man army, taking down Sickly and Vati towards short B. It's a 5-on-3 with a minute 30 on the clock.
That's right. A little shot there as Link taps off a couple. He'll be able to pick off one, and that's what happens if you don't Molotov toxic barrels before you start to enter. And now you got a 4-on-2 advantage. Make it even more so. Sam, last man standing as we look to the conclusion of the first half of this overtime. Denial picking up those first two. Daytona gets the last word.
Yeah, Daytona moving very quickly into that B bomb site, and really I thought Denial was going to be able to hold that, but unfortunately they're missing way too many shots towards short B. VSM catching these two kills here. I thought it was going to be a hold coming out from Denial in this situation because they look so set up, but we actually saw one of the Denial players start moving down towards short, and that's when VSM struck. That's when VSM gets his first kills, and it becomes a little too hard for Denial.
Those picks from VSM, you could see he took the first and then realized that he was in a trade scenario. And he just runs back while holding down mouse 1, runs back, continually holding down mouse 1, then peeks back out and settles his aim down, getting the spray control back under. But that little duck and cover is what allowed that 5-on-3 quick advantage. As we switch sides into the second half, we are starting this one Daytona on the CT end of things. Double op setup for them. VSM has his op at long A. Tiburcio has his at B.
Okay, Sickly's taking quite a bit of damage here to start the round. It does look like Daytona playing a very standard B setup right now. You do see Tiburcio making that initial contact with the AWP. He's just roaming around that site. He's floating it while we have PRT playing barrels, Hardzao playing close onto short. And Denial now executing very quickly onto the site.
Tiburcio jumps and spots almost everybody. He burns for 80 damage, but the rifles are still in play. PRT struggling with the first player, luckily unable to do a lot of damage to Sam here. But you just can't throw this away if you're Daytona. It's 3-on-3, but look at the damage that you've dealt. You've got the long flank. This long flank has been a long time coming from Turtle. Really long. He has Vati. He's looking for a second frag. Where is that spot at? Now he spots them both. He'll be able to clean them both up rapidly so, leaving Sickly all alone, and he was working the longest flanks of longest flanks. He went all the way through the A site, went all the way back down. That is a interesting strategy. And now he comes through connector into short at 9 HP. Couldn't play with any of that Molotov there. Bomb will be defused, and Daytona have tied it right back up.
Yeah, they still need 2 more, though, if they want to take this map 1. Denial, they're in a good position still to pick up this win. That rush right there, it was a good execute. It was a great idea out of Denial, but the positioning from the Daytona team, that long flank that was coming in, Denial really just taking too much damage in that position to be able to survive that flank, and it's really going to be just a Daytona round from that moment on. Sickly too far even for anything.
Oh yeah, I think he went all the way through that ace.
Oh, look at this triple boost. I love it.
Oh yeah, you got it some quadruple boost.
Yeah,
trying to pick that Heaven player off. Nobody's showing.
Well, they might actually be able to catch a sandbag player as well.
These pesky trains coming through every round, at the beginning of the round, and they see nothing.
The unfortunate thing is Hardzao actually cleared short B, so he aggressed the short B area, cleared that whole part of the map out, and now Daytona actually will be rotating players out of the site.
Oh, jump it again. He's going to get him.
There you go.
What a shot. They burn a ton of time at the beginning of the round, but it's totally worth it to get PRT.
Is it worth it, though? Because look at what Tiburcio did in the meantime. He pushed up connector.
But it's just an AWP.
But still, look at that pillar position he's got. If they rotate back, that's 2 frags going his way. If they go towards connector, that's another 2 frags he can possibly pick up. He's in a great spot here to make calls.
All right, Vati's going to lead, it looks like. Molotov's coming into the B site, and that flank is still not developed yet for Tiburcio. Still shy about it. Turtle sitting up on top of the railing behind the site is able to pick up the first. His teammate, though, dies right behind him. They should know that Turtle's still down here. This flank needs to happen right now. It needs to happen yesterday.
But look, an audible gets called. The bomb's moving out of that B bomb site. Blue now heading towards A. A is clear. Tiburcio will be heading towards B, where Turtle actually just went down. But you know what? There's going to be nobody on that site, Dallas.
Shame, shame, shame. What a heads-up play from Denial right there. And they get creative at the beginning of the round. A quad-man boost, pick up the sandbags jumper, which is the tougher shot. And then they started off. And Tiburcio might be able to pick up a couple of kills at the end of the day right now, but there's no chance to win that round. And Denial are now secured at least into OT2. They can win, though, this right here.
This is the opportunity for Denial to upset. Once again, off of that round, a great little quadruple boost towards T-Spawn to get this first frag. And look at that, actually. Daytona not pulling any punches. The auto sniper coming into play here. They want this round.
Yeah, Hardzao spending almost $12,000 on this round. Almost everything. And they have 2 ops on top of that as well. You better not end up getting caught in a retake situation. I'm suspecting that there might even be some rifles dropped in CT spawn because of all that expenditure, but there's not, actually. So you better not get caught in a retake situation. You better win this round outright if you're Daytona.
Okay, let's look at Denial right now as VSM as well as Tiburcio will be finding 2 kills. Tiburcio now onto his second of the round. Sammy does find a kill towards short B. But it will be a 2-on-4 for Denial to work their way out of here. Remember, they still got to go buy an auto sniper as well.
I want to see that auto sniper starting to pop off. It's in heaven right now. He's not going to see too much of anything. Sam's crawling up the stairs. He'll be able to join Bluemeister at least in the same general vicinity, and that op has popped off.
That's a big kill.
That is big. That improves your odds quite drastically, especially with a full minute on the clock. They'll go for a double op themselves. Oh my goodness, and Sam has turned this right on back. Says, thank you very much for this op. I'm going to throw smokes over to the A site, maybe even just to pull the rotators up. Maybe now that he got that kill in the jumping box position, they sense that it's a weak A site. Hardzao straight through that smoke. He's not going to give them any quarter to try and plant the bomb, and he gets the auto sniper shot and kill. It's now only Blue looking for the kills, looking to end this first map right now. He's got the bomb, and he does snake his way out of the site. 23 seconds.
He went a little bit too far there.
He can still make it to the B site, but it's going to be a straight plant.
Yeah, he's got to go right for the plant. Turtle's already here as well, Dallas, so this is going to be hard for him. Turtle's actually peeking out, but Blue's not able to get him, and we are going to go to overtime for a second, well, a
second time.
Yeah, for a second time. I didn't really want to say for a second time.
We did one yesterday.
I don't think we did a double OT.
No, not a double OT. This is the first double OT for sure. But we did a single OT, and now we're going into a double OT. Yep. Yes, for the first time. So, Denial and Daytona still undecided, as it's again MR316K. If you're just now joining us, this is the last day. This is actually the last series of all of the group stages for the Americas. So this is it. This is the first map to start to crack things off, and really everybody wants to get off to at least the right foot on the right start.
Yeah. Okay. Freeze time coming undone here for Denial, as they did call a tactical pause as they try to collect themselves off what was looking to be their half in overtime. Just pulled away as Daytona, with some great individual play, able to bring it back.
Well, really, in these OT rounds, Daytona have been playing from behind for the most part, trying to just tie the game. And again, they go for the same purchase virtually, one less op, but still that auto sniper on Hardzao. And he's going out towards long A this time, rather than where he was in heaven last time. So you stay on the side that you just ended the last half on, and so you'll end up staying here CT side for Daytona. Smokes, Molly's into short, Turtle blind, but so are the T's, but they are able to clear their vision first. So Turtle sacrificing himself for a little bit of soup there in short. Now you've got yourself a spot where Tiburcio might actually try and chase this to get the refrag. He's clearing out his angles and connector, but he does not suspect. These teams are so close. There's almost no escape from this point. They start to chase him. He's the one that tries to rattle off a no-scope shot. And yeah, you're trying to get a little boost up on top of the sandbags. But again, you're ending up in these positions where you just knew that there were terrorists. You just knew there was a clump of terrorists there. And you're jumping in these really vulnerable spots.
Yeah, PRT now trying to defend this B bomb site, but because he is the last member on this site, you are going to see Denial pulling off, bringing that bomb to the A bomb site, and that's a great call from them. Not really forcing the issue here, as PRT now will have his work cut out for him if he wants to retake this round.
Yeah, there's well, see, here's the thing, is there's almost no way to run out of money on MR316K.
Yep.
Almost no way. There is a way to run out of money if you buy an auto sniper in the first round, and then you'll be able to buy in the second round. But if you lose that round again, there's a chance that Hardzao could run out of cash. There's a chance.
There's a small chance, but with the new money loss bonus system, he should be able to, if they lose this round and another round, let's say.
Does that money loss bonus kick in on the OT though?
Yeah, you still get money
loss. Same way,
you
just treats it as a pistol round the same way.
Yeah, you still get. Oh no, you'll still get money loss bonus though.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
All right.
Yeah, the pistol round money loss bonus is only there for pistol.
Gotcha.
And it will be Blue taken down by PRT now. Denial picking up their 19th. A great call there mid-round. And it will be looking like Denial.
Another autos. Now Hardzao would definitely run out of money. He's bought another auto sniper.
This is going to be very costly for him.
Well, VSM has 12 grand he'll be able to buy. So I'm thinking the long run right now for Daytona. I've never actually seen a team run out of money in overtime, but that can be in the cards here. It really can. They've gone even more into the bank accounts. Auto sniper double op. This is what they ended the first half with, and this is what actually caught them in the first half of that OT. A quad stack. You just got to get it under control.
Yeah, they just got to make this jump. That's all they need to do. There it is.
All right.
Coming around the corner now. Are we going to see him be able to get this pick?
Oh, he did jump, but he jumped over to the right, so he may have not spotted him. Keep the scopes up. It's always so nerve-wracking.
I wonder how long Denial are going to stay in this.
The last time they were here, they held it for probably what?
About till this time.
20 seconds.
Yeah,
or
this
so?
this is exactly the time that they held it till, in the last instance that they did get that first pick. But it does look like Denial, off of that boost, they are going to send Sam A solo towards short. A few members just hanging back outside the B bomb site. I do imagine they're getting ready to throw nades, possibly a fake here, and then they're actually going to head over to A. No, it does look like they want to commit. So incoming B hit as Turtle takes down Link.
Yeah, and he's still lining up. So again, these teams just love to bite down and continue to sink their teeth into the fight. PRT with a great downward pull as he gets 3. Daytona always playing from behind, and then when their money was on the line in overtime of all things, are starting to look okay. Sam A spots out the 1, but he only gives away his position by popping off a single round. Daytona can at least wipe the sweat from their brow that they wouldn't be the first team for me to observe drop out of money money on the overtime. So they're back into the same purchase. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay, let's see how Denial are actually going to play going into this round here. That was great from PRT, just taking the round under his wing. A great individual effort by that monster. Some great shooting with that AUG. And Daytona now tying this one up. An opportunity for them to take the lead towards the end of this second OT first half.
And it's starting to get there. VSM's getting up there. 37 kills, would be the first player to get to the 40 bomb. I don't know if I give that much credit to 2 overtime 40 bomb. Nice shot from PRT as he continues his rampage from the last round. And they push in through Monster for the most part. Burning out well, Hearts out, Auto Sniper popping off all those little shots that are doing 60 or 70 damage each. But still, PRT is dominating this. And it looks like Daytona are going to end up with at least the first half of this overtime with the lead. So now it's Denial playing from behind. This lead change has gone back and forth so many times now.
Yeah, you got to imagine for Denial, they were on the cusp of victory there, Dallas, for so long, not being able to actually land that map 1 victory. This is starting to wear down on them here. I do see Denial actually falling in this first round and giving Daytona the lead here. We got to see Denial come out strong, get that momentum, get that confidence into them, and actually get ahead of Daytona in this situation.
Hey, this might be. I don't think we've seen a Krieg yet in this game. PRT's just bought that one up after the success from the AUG that he just had the previous round. We can see him here. He says, "I have the high ground. Don't try it." And he ends up getting quite a few. I think 2 to start off, and 2 right there to end it. But triple up for Denial. All right, all right. The big guns always come out in overtime. Money's no issue.
That's a bold decision. Let's see if it pays off.
Where do they stick them all is the real question. Could this be a faster play towards Monster? Does look like PRT is gonna continue to walk his way in here, waiting for that pop flash. Vati has the first. No, he's gonna pull a Molotov out. This is gonna get scary. They get a collateral. Link lines him up, knocks down a third. 2 for 3. It's a yard sale in Monster, and I can hear him yelling. Denial now amped about that shooting. Just as they started to pull a Molotov out and started to try and work their way, a Molotov in a weird spot. If you're going to Molotov toxic barrels, you don't need to do it from Monster Tunnel. Do it from a safe position.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
A bit of a little misplay right now, but I don't anticipate anything different. We're 40 rounds deep, about to start 41, so there's bound to be a couple miscues here and there. But again, we find ourselves in the exact same position. This round secures yourself for the next overtime, and you have the chance to win it if you win this round.
Okay, Denial now, great shooting by Link. Can he do it twice in a row? Or is it going to be on Sickly or Vati to make this one happen for his side? Daytona now find themselves tied up once again, Dallas.
All right, a little bit of change. Looks like Tiburcio checking out, clearing out everything to top side of connector. And your advanced positions, this is very similar to what we had seen so long ago. Sam A at long A being supported by Sickly. I didn't even have to look at the mini-map. I've seen this strat before. The last time this happened, Sam A pushed, and then Sickly died to players coming out of the bathroom. So a little bit of change. They leave Sam A advanced, and they pull the Opper back now.
Okay, Hard's out, just trying to make any contact he can towards Monster, not finding anything, as we are going to see the aggression from Sam A now, clearing out middle as Turtle fell back. He actually didn't spot any of this, so look for Denial to heavy rotate over towards this B bomb site, maybe even play a little bit of a passive setup. Actually, they're not going to do that. They're actually going to rotate over Link towards A bomb site. This is where it could get scary.
Sam's pushing again, just as he had done before, but he sees nothing at Fountain. He's going back this way. It's going to be an execute into the B side, I think, but the bomb a little bit late to the show. They really want to execute here. That's
30 seconds.
Quite a few players on this B site. Link and Vati both right at the site. The Molotov into the toxic barrels means that they're basically more compacted. 1 for 1. Blue is gone down. Finally, after picking up 2 kills of his own, it's now up to Sam, the guy that was lurking so long outside, but he's already in a great position with this information. Bombs planted safe. Sam shows his spot. Turtle's going to have to jump over the boards, but instead he just takes the fight on the front lines, and Daytona have secured the next overtime. It's up to Denial now to try and take that and this round and send it to another OT.
This one's back and forth, Dallas, and I don't know what to think anymore. Just when you think Daytona start gaining a little bit of momentum when they're shifting into 6th gear, Denial just rip their brakes from under them or just put a full stop right in front of them, become a brick wall. And then when you think Denial's getting ahead, when Denial's about to hit that NOS, well, you're seeing that Daytona are saying, nope, your wires aren't connected. You're not going to be able to get ahead of us too quick, bud.
No. Denial double op now instead of the triple op. flash in. Sam doing Sam things. He's got Sickly that's out long. Aggressive out long as well. He's hit this off. Turtle's there, looking for the shot. He misses it. Sickly could not connect. Turtle just peeks him out, ducks it down, and just one-taps him. Sam is trying to recover this, but he needs another kill to be able to draw this back to even.
Yeah, Denial haven't rotated off of B just yet either, so it is going to be on Sam to defend this site for the moment. As Vati is rotating towards spawn, it looks like he's just a little bit indecisive on where he wants to go. And it will be B that he does choose, but Daytona not heading towards that portion of the map. They will be heading towards middle here, Dallas, as Sam A makes contact, able to get two there as Tiburcio TK's PRT.
Unbelievable. When you only need one to break it even, he gets a little bit of help. And now it's a man advantage to Denial, and make it even more so.
Oh my goodness.
It looks like we're going into OT3. Hardzao last up. Yeah, he'll take a look at that elite build, but there's not much left to it. He might get one shot out. Maybe two. Not even a single one. Vati has him dialed in. Let's go for a third.
Okay, 3 OTs now is what we're dealing with. And Denial, when are they going to be able to finally put a stop to Daytona? Because you're seeing Denial come alive, and then all of a sudden they fall flat. Same thing for Daytona. It looks like they're starting to gain momentum, and then all of a sudden this happens, right?
That's a heartbreaker right there. So sometimes we start seeing the same strategies over and over and over.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah, we're into OT3. At this point, both teams know each other's playbooks. So you have to call slight audibles. If you're going to show a default that your opponents have seen before, mix it up just a little bit. So just throw one extra lurker out there. So we've seen Sam A pushing long A in a couple of those rounds.
Yeah.
Push 2 players out long A. See what happens. See what magic you can manage to build. Because if you're going to see the same strat, you're going to be able to react appropriately to that now. So expect the Denial side, being CT side, to start to recognize what's going on, since Daytona are the pace setters. Expect them to start to make the perfect reactions.
Tiburcio now moving towards connector very early on. There are a couple smokes towards middle. I do believe one might have gotten blocked, actually,
I saw somebody jumping around, and it stopped him, but I think he actually stood on top of the smoke for a second.
He actually landed on it, so it didn't block him completely, but Sam A will make a little bit of contact towards mid. The CTs are pushed further back into bathroom here, as we are going to see Daytona on the other end of this bathroom away from Sam A. Are they going to be able to pick up the frags?
I actually don't think we've seen a Denial defense that looks like this, with Sam sitting in this corner, Sickly holding the angle. These are your two either long A defenders or bathroom defenders, but I don't know if this is a defense that Daytona have seen yet. Sam locking up Turtle. He actually has patience, maybe thinking he wasn't going to spot him on the first one. Sickly fires off, falls back, exposes himself to the next player, though. Almost did a double take. VSM was there, but instead he just decides that, oh, I'm going to try and escape this room, and it is a man advantage to Daytona. Lots of utility. They dump in. They'll be able to hold this down. It's lucky escape right there for VSM, as now he exerts more dominance on this site, considering they've got still late utility, still utility to burn. Let them rip. Keep the smokes coming in. Plug up the angles. Don't give Denial a chance.
Yeah, VSM playing very tight towards the spawn as Tiburcio able to take down Vati, as well as Bluemeister now coming out, trading this one out. PRT playing this headshot angle, peeking out, not able to catch off Link, and it is a very tight 2-on-1 now as Bluemeister will fall into the 1v1 we go. Link smokes the bomb, and he's going to stick it.
Hardzao has an AWP. Good luck hitting this shot. Oh, just in front of him. It would have taken the face mask off of the shield there on his helmet. And Denial end up somehow winning that round. Outnumbered, out-utilitied, out-positioned, bomb planted on the bathroom side, and still Denial come out on top of that.
The stars align.
Wow.
A smoke is what they have in the post plan, a kit as well, just due to the fact that we have 16K. If you don't have a kit, that's your own problem.
Looking at you, Blue.
But at the otother end of it, it was an AWP on Hardzao. If Hardzao had an AK, he would have just sprayed into that smoke, most likely picked up the kill, but it's an AWP in that position, and that benefits Link on the full defuse.
You have one shot, one opportunity.
Seize it all.
And he didn't take it. Well, he took it. He just missed it. So here's Sam again.
That aggression.
Pushing up. PRT's not expecting to be this far up. He climbs over top of the bench so he can stay up tight to the wall. And he's going to see the bomb. Hey, that's a nice thing. Shiny. Why would they leave this here? The only reason that bomb's there is because somebody has to be out towards playground. So he'll wisely pick that up. And now Daytona actually are not reacting to that. I'm surprised they're not thirsty coming back to try and recover that bomb and gain bomb control. Instead, they continue to aggress towards the B site, and they lose yet another player. Now they have to rebound back. They have to commit all three of these players to recover this bomb. They have to think that the CTs are parked on it.
Yeah, the scary part about this is, though, if they move back towards the bomb, this is going to drain plenty of time off the clock. Turtle now looking for a little bit of action towards middle, not being able to find anything here. And Daytona will be recovering bomb, but as we pass the 50-second mark on the round, they got to hop on their bike. They got to start moving towards the site, Dallas.
Yeah, and they've used utility just to get to that bomb, too. So they are down to 2 smokes, 2 mollies, and 5 CTs that still remain. And they're jump peeking out here as well. Blue has spotted one out there, I believe, over towards the B site, or in at least connector. So they're going to shift and keep 3 players over on this position. Late utility coming out, 25 seconds, and there's still no entry yet into the site. Tiburcio swinging out. Look how passive your CTs are. Come on in, guys. The water's fine. We dare you to plant this. It's OT, so there's no sense in not trying. They got their first kill, but it's still a bridge too far, I feel. VSM's going to extend the round. Now that they know one T is going to be at least disarmed, planting the bomb, they'll start to push on this angle. It's a 1v2, 1v1. Tiburcio ends up on the ace. How does he pull that off? Again, Denial stole the last round. Daytona stole this round.
That was insane. Tiburcio hitting some great shots in that situation, able to bring Daytona now onto that 22nd round, a round that they really had no part in winning there. A 5-on-3 was what they had to burst into the B bomb site with. Tiburcio hitting some great shots initially, and then picking up the rotators as well is going to give their Daytona their 22nd round now, and put Denial in this very big question mark period where they're saying, how did we lose that one, boys?
How do you lose that round? 5v3. They had to go back for the bomb. They executed with 20 seconds, and they still managed. No, Tiburcio still managed to kill you all.
Denial really didn't have too many setups going. Oh, Link's going to get a pop flash.
Here they come, outside. Oh, but broadsided. Vati was there as well through the other tunnel, but suddenly Daytona lose 2 players quickly. Bluemeister says, we've got extra bodies on this B site. I'm going to now get the ace. Can he get the ace? He's turning around. Oh, 4K from Blue. Now Tiburcio needs a 1v3 clutch after his ace in the last round. Can he take it? He's got the bomb. Player is at short. He fakes the bomb plant. Sickly's coming this direction with the op. This is going to be close.
Yeah, Tiburcio's in a great spot here, but he will be using time to his advantage. With a minute on the clock, moving towards CT spawn, clearing this part of the map out. Sam A does look like he's weary of it, does understand that Tiburcio's most likely making a play at this point, and he's waiting for it.
Well, here's Sickly. He's looking the backside of Monster, so they know that there's no escape from that B site. So the only way up is through to A. And there it is. Denial end up picking up that round, giving them the lead after the OT first half 3. We've been on this one before. We've seen it played out both ways. Daytona have had the lead in the first half. Denial have had the lead in the first half now twice. And I don't know, man. It's just going to be one of those long days.
Yeah. So Denial need 2 rounds to win this first map. Daytona are going to need 3 on their CT side. Both teams very hard pressed in this situation to really get both of them. Neither one has been consistent on either side. You'll see something great out of them, and then in the next round they get absolutely flustered, absolutely shut down. And to start this round, Denial's going to be moving very quickly towards B.
Vati screaming inside the site now. He's got Molotovs giving him a cover. He sprayed down one. Spotting Heart's out there as well. What an entry from Vati. Now he continues to push, saying, guys, I've got the way into the site. Get past VSM, please. VSM is actually stopping this bomb from getting through short. Grenades coming in. Flashbangs. That pulls him off of the angle. And now Denial having the site are going to push one into heaven. Turtles, oh, they failed the jump. They're going to have to try this one again. Now get up there. Got him. Sickly now in a really strong position, holding this one passively. 3v3, it could go any direction at this point, I feel.
Contact being made towards that catwalk as Tiburcio does take down Sam, but now Vati and Sickly will take them both down, leaving only VSM in this 1v2. Can he do it? He cannot. A great nade out of Vati, a phenomenal 4K out of him, and Denial move on to 24.
Excellent entries from Vati, just running into the site. There was a double Molotov there just short of, or outside of Monster. He throws a smoke and it extinguishes them both. And when he just runs into the site, he surprises the first player at the pillar. He catches the next player, that being Hardzao, that was out towards the short of Graffiti, backside of the bridge, and then just continues on and ends up getting a 4K on the round. So now Denial, again, 1 round away from victory. They have 2 opportunities to do it.
Okay, Denial now moving very quickly towards Playground. It does look like Long is what they want to pressure. Are they going to be flashing VSM off here? No, they aren't. Not even favoring Long to begin. They are just going to hang out towards that fountain area, towards the front of bathroom. A nice flash towards Long will keep VSM at bay for the meantime. And that smoke now as well will draw the attention of these Denial players.
A little bit of extra presence here for Daytona to A. They have a third player on this region. It's going to be VSM out long. Bathrooms is Tiburcio. That's 2 ops right there. And then initially, well, yeah, Hardzau's still on site. He's jump peeking, doesn't need to, but he's going to be responsible for the outside bathrooms angle because you've got your teammate Tiburcio holding inside bathrooms. But down the stairs they go. Denial on their way towards the B site. Oh, they're a little body blocked right now. Blue and Vati are going to burn up. They both tried to go through the squeaky door at the same time and said, you first. No, you first, sir. I insist.
All while burning to smithereens. Blue down to 4 HP. Vati on 48. Another Molotov coming down, doing quite a bit of damage to Sam A. And with 30 seconds now coming on the clock here, it will be Bluemeister to take down Turtle by barrels and actually open up this B bomb site. But VSM on the flank.
Oh, can he escape?
My goodness.
He just needs to remain right here. If he gets pushed, he
gets
just
another
threads
one.
him and the bomb falls right at his feet. Thank you very much. 20 seconds on the clock. They have to go, they're going to go A. They got enough time to get to A, but Tiburcio is still up here. And the utility coming into the A site should make it pretty obvious. Tiburcio only needs 1 shot. 1 shot on this smoke, and he'll be able to get it. He sees his ankles, but he's diffuser. He's planting the bomb. The next shot from Tiburcio, he misses it.
It's a 1v1.
Link now has a 1v1. He was planting all the while in the vision of Tiburcio, and Hardzau now hard pressed. This is for the game.
He's going to stick it. Hardzau's just going to straight up stick this, and he's going to get it. Oh, my goodness.
Not like this. I am literally jumping out of my seat. Another round stolen away. Pros don't fake. And was Tiburcio? No, sorry, that was Hardzau. Hardzau not hard pressed. Instead, he says, it's cut the yellow wire, right? It takes 5 seconds to make that decision, cuts the yellow wire.
Well, Link, he realizes that Link played very passively towards long, so he realizes that, hey, he's fallen back to at least the area where they boost up for that pick towards APC. He decides, well, I'm going to stick it, take the chance that he's even going to not commit to it, and he's right. Link stays towards long, doesn't commit to that site, and it will be Daytona now with another lifeline here as we move into the final round of Overtime 2. Or 3, I believe.
Yeah, it's 3. It says 2 up top. It's definitely 3. Man, that was a good wall bang. Tiburcio says, that stung. He'll throw a Molotov even in retreat of that one. Says, I can't even defend the long side of connector, so I'll just fall back out of this position. That actually puts him in a spot that he can't rotate into this B site quickly enough. So it's 5v3 on this site for quite some time. And your innate defenders hold the line. PRT cannot get his first kill. Hardzau now swings out. He's got him lined up. He'll take 2 more, and it does look like we're going into yet another OT. Of course. 24-24. We have played 48 rounds of Counter-Strike on map 1. On map 1.
Dallas.
Hi, how you doing?
What a final map. What a way to end Group D.
I mean, really, we were like, this is our last day. This is our last series for the Pro League on the group stage. And they don't want to give it up. I mean, everybody wants to watch more Counter-Strike, right?
Yeah, I'm really feeling like Denial has the answer, but just towards the end. Every time Denial is in the lead and they're on the cusp of victory.
It's happened both ways.
Yeah, it's literally just very unfortunate for the Denial side not being able to close out this match. Same thing with Daytona. Both teams not being able to find ground in those final rounds they need to find success on map 1. Remember, this is a BO3 series, so these teams playing this many OTs are exhausting themselves for a 3-map series, I can't imagine.
Right. Hey, there we go. Opener kill. Op-on-op action, and now a 1-op left for each team. VSM is the sole proprietor of that one. He's holding long right now. Sickly was able to collect his winnings on that early frag. So Daytona have a 2-2 defense. The bathrooms and long are pushed off of the site, obviously, but Denial now looking to, again, take the lead. It does seem like Daytona in these overtime rounds are always playing from behind, always playing catch-up, always trying to there's never an option for them to win. It's always just trying to go for another OT. So far, they've gotten what they've asked for.
Okay, 50 seconds now coming up on the clock here. Dallas Denial off of that first pick, very slow, moving that bomb actually towards A. So as the round timer does tick down, I do imagine Denial looking for a little bit of a B fake here, keeping those 3 members of Daytona over towards that portion of the site, and then they're going to call that audible. They're going to move their players out, and they're going to actually head towards the A bomb site.
So here's the deal.
Here comes the fake.
Yeah, that was an obvious fake though, because, well, it's actually, is it a those are smokes that are coming from B. They're going up towards bathroom, so that's going to look like a fake, but actually it is a strike into the A site. And Sam's striking B.
Wait, what?
This is a double fake. This is really neat from Denial. What a creative idea to get in here.
What?
Are you what? The bomb's alone out here, but still you had in 8 defenders on the site. So the bomb has to be recovered by the team that has now secured the B site and make their way back up to the A site. I like the idea of that. I do. I really do.
Well, generally when you want to fake a site, you don't send the bomb towards the other site prior to your teammates actually getting out there.
The players on the B site saw smokes coming from short up towards the A site.
Okay.
So what that means to me is you're not going to throw smokes when you're in short. You're going to go all the way up connector and go all the way to A.
Even if they see it going towards A, that's going to prompt a couple players from that B bomb site to say, okay, well, we'll go towards that A bomb site because it does look like a fake.
In my opinion, I would see that and I'd say, it's going to be a fake to A, let's go B. That's what I would say, because your players that are throwing smokes in short are not going to make that long trip. They're going to fight at B, and there was a fight at B.
Okay, I don't know. I just thought it was a bold decision. Like, honestly, Dallas, in that moment, they had 5 people up, okay? And they split their forces. They say, okay, we're gonna do a double fake onto A, attack B, but the bomb heads out into that A site almost instantaneously. So as soon as that contact's made, you know where the bomb is. You don't need to defend the B bomb site anymore.
Right,
With time winding down, it's really hard for Denial to actually pick up that round. I don't know. I generally, when I see fakes, you'll see players actually die towards a portion of the site before the actual hit gets.
A little more straightforward. I think.
But like you said, they're getting creative.
You got to get creative.
Yeah, it's been so long in OT now. They're just trying to do something or the other to throw the team off.
You're on your 50th round, so you gotta pull the rabbit out of the hat. And I like the idea of that. I think they just executed with too little time on the clock. If they had more time, 10 more seconds on the clock, sure, then the bomb wouldn't show at long edge.
Yeah, that's fair too.
There was only 10 some seconds when they rounded the corner, so it was last second. I like it from Denial, but that was probably an idea that was half-baked halfway through the round.
Okay. Daytona now find themselves in the lead, but for a moment here, as Denial will be battling back in this second round of our 4th overtime, Dallas. It has gone the distance and then some. Denial and Daytona, a heated map 1 with neither side wanting to give this one up.
No, and it's interesting too because as a matter of fact, I don't think Denial can come out of 4th, and I don't think Daytona can come out of 1st, no matter the results of this. But this is a learning experience. If you're looking at an XP graph, Denial have learned so much from this game. They've leveled up.
Okay, a little bit of contact being made towards that short B from Sam A, while the remaining Denial members, we're going to see Bluemeister towards short A, 3 members towards that long, that bomb in tow as well, and it does look like the T's will be favoring this portion of the map as Turtle will be able to take down Sam A towards Monster.
Oh, this
triple head stack.
It's looking good. They're getting creative. Got to climb the totem pole. Sickly's up top. He's looking for that dumpster player. Nobody's there though. Not yet. Whoops. That's going to cost you a molly and a smoke to execute into the A site. Can they get in clean, though? There's 7 seconds on the clock. Someone's got to put this bomb down. VSM and Turtle both pair up for some kills. No time to plant the bomb. Daytona now, so far starting this half off 2-0. If they win this 3-0, it's first time either one of these teams have gone perfect on their either T or CT side.
And you know what, with the way these overtimes are going, Dallas, if one of these teams do go 3-0, I trust that the other team is going to go 3-0 on their side. It's been such a back and forth overtime, not one of these teams being able to find any ground here, but it will be the final round of our 4th overtime as Daytona look to get their 3rd on the board and Denial look to get their 1st.
Who runs out of gas? It's a real question. It becomes more or less not about Counter-Strike anymore. The game in itself, when you're at a super high level of Counter-Strike, I know this isn't a high level of Counter-Strike, but at a super high level of Counter-Strike, who makes the first mistakes? Who makes the least mistakes?
It's an endurance competition.
It's an endurance competition, and at this point, it does look like it being 3-3 right now. It might go either way. Who knows? Denial down 2 rounds so far in this half. Got a 1 HP player out there. We saw somebody get bottled earlier today. I want to see a flash kill or a smoke kill. Give it to me. Not like this.
Ooh.
Just tags him through the wall.
Easy kill for Hards out there, spamming Sam A through that short plywood, and it will be a 2-on-3 now. We are actually going to see Sickly heading towards long, clearing out that bathroom. He does have some contention as VSM now also playing this position.
don't count Denial out yet. Nice headshot there. VSM runs, sprints, says, I'll finish the job with a high explosive. Sickly, though, is able to escape. Smoke comes in. That's actually might have not going to have a gap on the outside of this one. VSM back to his sidearm. 1v3. And so far, it does look like Daytona are going to end up with a perfect first half. Blue Meister last up, and they know exactly where he's at. He's pursuant of VSM, and he's got the first kill, but he's shot in the back. Daytona now only needs one more, and they've got 3 chances to do it.
Okay, Denial really not coming alive towards that 4th overtime. Daytona seemingly just having that endurance that we were talking about, being able to take them down. There you see Turtle with this spray down towards Connector. His teammate also chimes in. They're able to pick up 2 very easy kills. They do get traded out, but the amount of damage done to Sam A in that position leaves him towards 1 HP, which ends up allowing Hards out to spam him through that plywood on short. And in that position, Denial now fall into that 2v3, and with a real lack of time on the clock, VSM able to exploit them, drops that smoke towards short A, plays in front of it, catches Sickly, and then towards the end of the round, we are going to see the final member of Daytona. Really no option but to move into A quickly.
Yep, and let's see if there's any new creativity. A little bit of head stack to look out through the connector window and see if there's anybody out that side. They haven't seen anybody yet, even though Hardzao was initially there. He was able to escape the field of view. Double op. This is actually Denial that are picking that up. Daytona have gone for full 5 AKs, so that's their change of pace. No ops at all. Of course, it's overtime. You got all the money in the world. They go for 5 AKs.
Yeah, and just I mean, it's a feeling, essentially. When you want to play a faster pace, when you want to stick by your teammates, be able to trade, the op does slow you down slightly if you're not finding your entry kills with it. So Daytona just opting to keep everybody together, keep everybody on the same type of flow, and it's not a bad idea out of them.
Sam.
Oh, we might get caught.
Sam, I think they spotted a couple pixels there, but Sam actually cut this up from underneath. He's got them both. He drops the first, and the next one falls into the slot. Tiburcio as well, unable to catch Sam as he plays ring around. Sam looks for the next kill. He actually escapes this one at 50 HP. What a great start for Denial. Man advantage quickly turned back, though, and the Molotov as well keeps Blue out of the B site, but it's a long ways to get this bomb here. There's plenty of time for that Molly to extinguish, get Denial players in the right place at the right time. But Tiburcio playing lurk. There's a new role for him.
Able to take down Sam A now. That's going to keep the CTs a little bit more honest as Hardzao in a great position here. Tiburcio, no nades, but the CTs are going to second-guess themselves, actually rotate a little bit off that site, and that's going to be Sickly being taken down by Hardzao onto Blue Meister to make this one happen for his team. He is going to be able to get one onto PRT. Moving into the site now. Tiburcio and Hardzao, what can they do?
He's got the next kill as well. 1v1. This is for, again, all the marbles. This time, it's Denial that are up against the ropes. He's touched the bomb. Tiburcio spots the target, and there it finally ends. Finally, after 52